If you've seen my Good, Bad, and Ugly from 2 days ago, 3 days ago, you would know I wasn't a huge fan of the new Ready or Not movie. Well, I was I thought the first one was good, but the second one just didn't do anything I thought it should do. It should have better kills, maybe a slightly better story, just a more structured sequel. And while They Will Kill You might not be a really amazing structured movie, it does do everything. Like, this is the movie I thought Ready or Not 2 was going to be. It does do everything that I wanted Ready or Not 2 to do. And I think it does it brilliantly. This is one of the. This might be one of the better action movies this year if you just take out everything else and you're just talking about action. The action in this movie is unbelievable. The camera work in this movie is like no other, especially recently. We don't really have action movies that have such great camera work like They Will Kill You does, and it is very Kill Bill esque. And as the first scene you get of Zazie Beetz, beating up all the pig guys, just felt so much like Kill Bill. It was insane, and I love Kill Bill 1. It's one of my top five probably Quentin Tarantino movies, and I don't like part two as much, and it's definitely one of my least favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. It's still phenomenal. The action in these movies are unbelievable, and I think They Will Kill You feels like a really, really, really good predecessor to Kill Bill, which I was very shocked about. In going into this, I was expecting something a little more different than just a satanic cult attacking Zazie Beetz, but it is still very good. And the twist you get pretty damn early in the movie, because this movie kicks off very fast, like very, very fast. Maybe 10 minutes in, that second, the 10-minute mark happens, and they attack her in her bedroom while she's sleeping. It just doesn't stop. This movie does not stop for the entire, what is it, hour and a half afterwards. It is unbelievable. Every single second of this movie feels like you can't catch your breath, and it's because of this amazing camera work. It's because of this amazingly choreographed sequences in the action. Zazie Beetz being able so good to move around with swords, jumping around like like a frog on the walls, and kicking her feet off the walls, and then pushing people and doing backflip, and then kicking someone in the face, and then grabbing a machete and then slicing someone's head off or their hands off, or a hand and a foot at the same time. It's kind of unbelievable. It really feels like they didn't have an essay for this movie. The director was like, we're doing everything we can to make this movie as cool action wise as possible. You have a shotgun in this, shotgun explodes someone's head off. You have a shotgun, blow a person halfway through a room because of how strong the blast is. I mean, this movie is not scared to do what it's meant to do. This movie's called They Will Kill You, and they're trying to kill you, and Zazie Beetz is damn well killing everybody. And we do get the sister about halfway through the movie, and while I don't really care for her or her character in this, and she's kind of just annoying, it is way better than the sister dynamic in Ready or Not 2. And I know I shouldn't be comparing this movie so much to Ready or Not 2, but this is the movie I wanted that movie to be. And especially after finding out that this movie and that movie both have like some sort of sibling relationship going on in it, this one just does it way better. And the part towards the end where she erases her name on the pig's head, and then Zazie Beetz writes her name, and then afterwards her sister's name. It's just perfect. You get nothing like that in Ready or Not 2. The sister dynamic just isn't there. It doesn't feel authentic. This feels like two siblings that haven't met each other in so long and are finally reunited and actually love each other. It's brilliant. It really is really, really great. And while I haven't seen, I'm going to butcher your name sadly, probably, but the director, Kirill Sokolov? I haven't seen any of his other films. If any of them are even close to They Will Kill You action wise, then I am certainly excited. And uh, I would love to see more action films from this director. This is unbelievable. And I truly wonder what would have happened if he got his hands on the Ready or Not franchise. Maybe the two directors for the Ready or Not franchise want to move away, and they want to do a third sequel for some reason. If you're free, you should totally take it. You have the opportunity. You have something. You have a franchise that people for some reason really love. You have the opportunity to make it fantastic instead of just something that's just all right. And while I do think I'm overhyping this movie just a bit because, like I said earlier, the story is kind of just cookie cutter. We've seen it a million times. Like I said, it feels like Ready or Not, and it feels like it doesn't really go anywhere. The satanic stuff happens, and then it goes away at the end of the movie. But The action just so unbelievable. I have to give it a 7 out of 10. If the action was even slightly worse, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but the action is carrying so much in this movie, it's kind of surreal to me. I'm really just amazed. A lot of it comes down to the camera work, but I'm just really happy they weren't scared to do anything extra gory or really cool in this movie. I mean, the whole bedroom sequence in the beginning is absolutely unbelievable. And while I don't think Zazie Beetz was, you know, phenomenal acting wise, I think she killed it. Not you get the joke, but she absolutely killed it. I give They Will Kill You a 7 out of 10. Like I said, maybe on a bad day where I'm more focused on the story and not the amazing, insane action that goes on in this movie, I might give it a 6. But I don't even know if I ever do rewatch this. I'd be shocked if I'm just not at awe again about how amazing the camera work and the action is.